Have you been curious about energy healing or inner child work or shadow work? If so, this video might be of interest to you. In this video, I'm going to explore a little bit about those concepts and how to work with those and what a session with me is like. Inner child work, shadow work, energy work are all terms to describe when you are going inside of yourself through a mindfulness practice or a meditation practice to get in touch with aspects of yourself that are not fully known to you. I am a licensed mental health therapist, as well as a yoga coach, a wellness coach, meditation coach, and a Reiki master, and a spiritual channeler and facilitator. So I sort of integrate all of these with the understanding of how these intersect with neuroscience and what's happening inside the brain and body. So in sessions with me, I use mindfulness as the main tool for helping you to go inward. And I teach clients how to meditate and begin to go inward. And I have found through the neuroscience research that this is one of the most powerful ways to create new neural pathways to the frontal lobe. Sometimes we have experiences in childhood that led to our brain not fully developing healthy neural pathways. And in fact, some areas of the brain might not have even fully developed, such as the frontal lobe, because of the experiences we had in childhood. So by practicing mindfulness and doing inner child work and using meditation and the imagination as the main doorway, you essentially are creating new neural pathways. If you work with an energy worker, they are going to facilitate tapping into your shadow, into your unconscious, into your inner child, into your energy, using Reiki or other forms of energy, and they're going to share with you what they sense. And they are going to facilitate the movement and release of those energies using energy that they're channeling from what I call the collective divine. What's different about a session with me is I teach you how to do this for yourself. So rather than me telling you what I'm seeing and what I'm experiencing, I'm facilitating experiences where I'm channeling energy to you so that you can feel and sense it yourself and connect to the energy yourself and connect to your own inner system for yourself so that you can identify what within you needs healing. And then I facilitate and guide you in how to release that. Some of that is by using psychological tools, and some of that is by using more shamanic energy tools. And so I kind of integrate both. And so an example of this might be you come into session and you say, I'm noticing this pattern in my relationships where when my partner says something that I perceive as critical of my sense of self, I shut down and I isolate and I don't talk to them for several hours and I kind of shut them out. And I'm wanting to understand that part of myself because I don't want to engage in that way. I want to be able to express myself. So I might guide you in how to feel and sense that inside your body. And you might notice that in your heart space, there is a dark cloud. And as we focus on the dark cloud and get to know it by asking it questions, we recognize that this is a part of you from childhood who was 5 years old that had experiences with either your parents or your teacher or your peers where your sense of self was not respected and encouraged. And so this led to a wound inside you that you were not good enough and you were not lovable. And this is getting triggered every time your partner reflects some sort of perceived rejection. And so we would help you to get to know that part, to understand what that part needs, to reparent that part by loving that part. We would even do some energy work where maybe that part is holding some belief systems that don't belong to it. And I would help you clear that using energy work, which is essentially using the elements or light to pixelate energy, asking the part if it's ready to release it. We might invite in your spirit team to help support with this, which which are essentially archetypes in the collective divine or the collective unconscious that represent beings that have a symbolic meaning. You might experience that as a literal being. Others might experience it as just an archetype or a metaphor. It doesn't really matter to me how you experience it. What matters to me is how you feel. And so this helps you develop new neural pathways to the frontal lobe where there is adult perspective and reasoning, and the parts of the brain that hold that unintegrated trauma begin to kind of create neural links between the different hemispheres within the brain and the different parts of the brain, which creates integration and healing. From an energetic spiritual level, you're also leveling up, that you're clearing energy that is denser and lower vibration and raising it to connect in with your compassionate heart and your loving nature, which in the spiritual community is considered a higher vibration than, say, sadness or anger or resentment. And so this is a way to kind of integrate spirituality and psychology and science in a way. If you found this video helpful, I hope you'll consider purchasing my book, The Divine Within, Healing Ourselves to Heal the World, which is available on online platforms. I hope you'll consider working with me in the future if you found this interesting. I'm sending you all deep love. I believe that you are whole and complete as you are. You just have aspects of yourself that have forgotten that wholeness, and they just need a reminder. And so really trust where you are on your healing journey, and know that it is possible to return to that wholeness that you are and to live a life that is more peaceful, easeful, to experience more self-compassion and more compassion for others, and to be able to collaborate for your needs and boundaries to be met in a way that doesn't impact or disrespect other people's needs or boundaries. So thank you. Oh, and if you did find this video helpful, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my YouTube channel or buy me a coffee so that I can keep making these videos to support your healing journey, or sign up for my newsletter on my website, blossomingheartwellness.com. You can also purchase the ebook there. Sending you deep love.